Hey everyone, Staven here with Prismatic Powders. Today we're going to talk about the most common powder types and discuss their strengths and weaknesses. We might even find the answer to the ultimate question. Is there a powder that is good for everything? But first, hit the like and subscribe buttons if you find our videos helpful. Now, let's dive in. So we'll start with listing the most common types of powders, and then we'll deep dive the particular strengths and weaknesses of each in their areas of UV stability, corrosion and chemical resistance, impact resistance, finish smoothness, and flexibility. So the most common types of powders are polyesters, urethanes, and epoxies. There are other types out there, but for the sake of time, we are just focusing on the most popular. Let's start with polyester. Polyester-based powders are probably the most frequently used powders in the industry, because they are pretty good at just about everything. They are widely considered the jack of all trades in the powder world. This type of powder offers the largest selection of colors, good UV stability, good impact resistance and flexibility, as well as good mechanical and chemical resistance. They can also be cured at lower temperatures than other powders, so they are useful for parts that are more sensitive to heat. They have good overbake protection, so they don't yellow as easily as other powders, and they are easy to spray and forgiving for double coating out of the norm coating situations. Now here's a brief list of cons, but to be fair, the cons are really more of a comparison to urethanes since they have the most in common of the three types we're going over. So compared to urethanes, they offer less chemical and corrosion resistance, and they generally are not quite as hard or as durable. Orange peel can also be a problem if sprayed too heavily. Now let's go over some urethane type powders. As I mentioned before, urethanes are very similar to polyester powders in that they offer similar characteristics. However, they are technically a harder coating and offer some other desirable attributes. For starters, they have a very smooth finish. This is because they flow very quickly compared to other powders. They offer good UV resistance and excellent chemical and corrosion resistance. They also have excellent impact durability and hardness. So here are the drawbacks when comparing urethanes to polyesters. They are susceptible to outgassing and becoming brittle when the mill thickness is too high. Since they flow out very quickly, they can also be prone to drips where powder has built up too heavily. Third on the list are epoxies. Epoxies are quite a bit different from the other two on our list, so we won't compare them against each other. Epoxy-based powders are considered the best in terms of chemical and corrosion resistance with exceptional hardness and durability. They adhere very well to metals and are an excellent choice for indoor applications that are susceptible to abuse. They are also great for use as a primer underneath your polyester or urethane color coats for added protection. Epoxies really only have two particular downfalls. They are not UV stable, they will fade and chalk even after a few months, and they also do not have much in the way of color selection. So as good as they do have their deficits. Alright, that's it for today's video. We hope it gives you a foundational understanding of the common powder types. Please leave questions and comments below, and we'll see you next time. The short answer is no. As good as these powders are in their respective areas, they each have an Achilles heel. But hey, discuss in the comments what is your go-to powder, what do you spray the most, and why?